What is going on, everyone? Welcome to Week 9 in the NFL, brought to you by HitTheBooks. Today is Thursday, October 31st, when you are listening to this. Happy Halloween. We got sports in the full kick. Obviously, like I said, NFL Week 9 slate, NBA's in full swing, NHL, college basketball is right around the corner. This time when we talk next week, we will be discussing a little bit of college basketball as these teams are getting into the early on parts of their season. Mackie, just me and you this week. What's going on?
Not much. Yeah, all sports in full swing. NHL and NBA have been good. Nice to see the Rangers playing some good hockey. Cowboys still letting me down, but the NFL is definitely cooking up now. And yeah, World Series obviously. Yankees down 3-1.
I was gonna say I didn't even say World Series.
Yeah, not much.
Yeah, well, let's jump right into the World Series because obviously by the time they listen to this, Game 5 will be over, and either the Dodgers will be World Series champions or we'll be having a Game 6 back in LA. So like I said, Dodgers lead 3-1. Game 5 is tonight at 8:00 in New York. We get Garrett Cole versus Jack Flaherty. We had this matchup in Game 1. We saw the Dodgers win that. Obviously, they were up 3-0. Yankees win last night. Being our native New Yorker, can your other New York team pull out one more and get this back to LA?
I think they have a big advantage tonight. I think Flaherty, Yankees seeing him a second time, they'll be able to light him up a little more than vice versa with Dodgers against Cole. I like the Yankees' chances tonight to bring it back to at least LA. I'm not going to say they're going to make it any further than that, but it looked kind of like a different team last night. They were getting hits out of guys lower in the order. Volpe, Wells, both
The
hit.
Volpe home run was crazy.
Slam. Wells hit a home run. Verdugo had a big game. You just gotta see something out of Judge sooner or later. Other guys are stepping up. Stanton, Soto doing they're getting the job done at least. But I mean, Judge had a bit of a better game yesterday. It just hasn't been up to par yet.
I saw Judge has the lowest batting average in all the players in the playoffs. Is that correct? Like not left. I think that's like any team that was knocked out that had a bat.
He has lowest all time.
It's like 128, dude.
He has lowest postseason all time with minimum 200 at bats.
Maybe that's the stat I saw.
Not a big sample size. I mean, it's not like enough. Like it's like 80 people that play 200
playoff
games, but he's dead last.
Or at bats in a playoff game. It doesn't have to be 200 games, but that's probably what. That's like 75 games.
That's a lot. That's a lot of games.
It's still a lot of playoff games.
Yeah, but
basically half a season of just playoff games.
I think he's 2 for 15 in the World Series, and Ohtani's also 2 for 15. So nobody's talking about the Jap over there, though.
Yeah, Ace isn't here to defend him. Obviously, he's the one that wanted me to bet. Obviously, we had a friendly bet, Pirates, Red Sox, who would have more regular season wins for $20, and he wanted me to put the winnings on Ohtani to win the World Series. Instead, he went with Spurs money line on what was that, the first Spurs game? That was a bold move, but I mean, it's not looking like Ohtani's going to hit here either. So,
yeah, Freeman
has run away with the MVP. If the Dodgers win this, just crown Freddie Freeman. He got you the ring.
If the Dodgers win it, it's going to be Freddie Freeman for sure.
If the Yankees win, who's your prediction on the reason they come back?
Who would it be right now, do you think? Who do you think has the best odds?
Out of the Yankees?
Would you say Volpe?
You got to look at what sparked the comeback, I guess. Yeah, maybe you go like Volpe. I don't know. Let's see.
Soto.
I'm pulling up the odds right now because I wanted to go over the series price right now. But Freddie Freeman is minus 1,000. Yeah, next Anthony Volpe plus 1,600. Mookie Betts 35-1. Soto 35-1.
So
Stanton 35-1. Judge 40-1. Dude,
Volpe is second best odds.
Yeah.
So that means that no matter what, if the Dodgers win, it's Freddie Freeman.
Yeah, no matter what, if the Dodgers win, it's Freddie Freeman. But, like, dude, tell me there's not crazy value on those three guys. Not Judge as much because he sucked.
No, not
He'd have
Judge.
He'd have to hit huge spot game-winning walk-offs and in great fashion. But, dude, Soto 35-1. If they come back, he's gonna have to have a 2 for, you know what I mean, a double. And tonight
moments.
He's gonna have to go off.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be him.
That value, I think Soto is your best chance out of those three guys.
I just don't think they're going to come back, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to get back to LA.
If you want the value, it's there on Soto.
Yeah, I was going to say Soto's probably your best option. Like I said, by the time people are listening to this series could be even over. But, World Series, Game 5 tonight. Like I said, by the time you're listening to this, that game will be over. So you could be waiting for Game 6 Friday, potentially. But we'll leave that. Make sure you stay tuned to our social media, getting any MLB plays out there. This series has been kind of tough to call, so trying to get plays out there where we're all in agreement on them. Obviously, Ace dick rides these Dodgers, and I kind of dick ride the Yankees too, so I can't really be too mad. But
Yeah, you're
so
not
we'll
getting
see
any
what
MLB
happens in
plays
this World
out.
Series. What'd you say?
We're not getting any MLB plays out because of that.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, not even like totals. Like tonight, I kind of like the over 8.5, but it's plus money. It was kind of weird. Like, do you
Yeah, I mean,
think
Dodgers over is like I can always get behind because they can put up 10 runs any night.
they could put it? I was gonna say they can go off any inning
But there's been a few games. I mean, the first game the over hit, but it was a grand slam in 10th inning.
in the 10th inning.
Second and third, they were both 4-2. They both went under, and then last game, Yankees offense stepped up, and
Hit it by themselves. Yeah,
obviously, it hit last night. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a little sketchy.
absolutely. Yeah. We'll jump over to the NFL. Our bread and butter, obviously, what we like to talk about the most. A little Week 8 recap here. Aces Patriots stunning that super team over in New York with the Jets.
Super team.
Patriots walk away with a 25-22 win. Let's see, Mackey, what happened here? Where are the Cowboys at? Oh, Sunday Night Football. 49ers took down the Cowboys. Cowboys came back late. They wanted to cover that spread. They just couldn't get that extra. What was it? A 4.5 point closing
I
line?
think it was a 5.5 closing line.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah, it was bad. Yeah, it closed 5.5.
Damn. And then Steelers get the win Monday Night Football against the Giants. Steelers going into their bye week in Week 9. But let's get into this Week 9 slate. Let me get this pulled up here. Starting out with Thursday Night Football in New York. This is an interesting line. It has moved a tad bit, but Texans heading to the Jets. Jets are a 1.5 point favorite. Over under at 42. Jets money line -125, Texans +105. Are you biting this trap? This is a crazy line.
You would have to think that C.J. Stroud broke his leg or something to look at this spread and
Stephon Diggs and Nico Collins being out that big, like the Texans have sputtered at different parts of this season, especially in their road games. Like,
I
is this
think
a spot where they could struggle here?
I just think Vegas knows that the Jets shouldn't really be 2-6, even though obviously they are, and they're playing really bad. It's just they don't want to over exaggerate on the Jets, and then everybody buys in on them, and so they're playing it safe. But
I think they're willing to bite. They're willing to bite the bullet on this week and see what happens. They're like, we're gonna send out a weird fucking line. No one's gonna know how to bet this game, and they're gonna
you're
clean
genuinely
house.
stupid to take either side in this one.
Yes. I'm probably seriously I like a Mixon touchdown. I like maybe a Braylon Allen.
I don't even know if I'm gonna touch it, dude.
I don't even know that. That's what I'm saying. If you're gonna touch it, I'd do what Ace normally does on some of these Thursday and Monday night games.
Exception.
Avoid the spread. Avoid the total. Just hope you can get a guy to get 40 yards or 5 catches or maybe I don't know. I didn't look at this game much because this line was fucking weird.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm gonna go. I think the Jets are gonna win it. I just think it's too sketchy not to. Texans play a lot of close games this year too.
It's one of those lines where it's like, just let the line tell you who's going to win. Like, they're favored. They know something I don't know. Give me the Jets. What'd you say?
Like last Thursday, Rams-Vikings.
Yeah. Literally. I said, I'm not going to overthink this. Give me the Vikings. Rams win outright.
You got to
I did not bet it, though.
You got to overthink it.
And last time, like I said to Ace, last time there was 80% at the spread or more on a primetime game. It was last Thursday with the Vikings.
How much money is on these Texans?
It was at 84% the last time I looked.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
And it's all money line. So they're hoping for some fluke shit where the Jets win by 1. They're like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no one's taking the Texans +2. You're taking
no one's taking the Texans +1.5. They're just taking the money line.
It's moved. It started at 1. 2. I see 2. No. It opened at 1.
And now it's -1.5 here. You see
-2. -2. So it's moving that way.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a weird game. Stay tuned to our social media. We'll get, I'm sure someone or one of us will have plays out there on that game. We'll move into the Sunday slate. Back with a couple of bye weeks this week. I don't know who is on bye week this week, other than my Steelers. Is it just Steelers and Niners?
Steelers, Niners, yep.
All right. So we have first game, your Cowboys heading to Atlanta. This is a pretty decent matchup. Cowboys a 3-point road dog, over under 52. Cowboys +125. Falcons -150.
Yeah, this is I don't like this Cowboys team at all. I think I've voiced my opinion on this team too many times. Last week they showed me again why they shouldn't really be taken serious. I know it was a 30-24 game, but It was out of reach way before that. Obviously, they got that chance late in the game, but
Yeah, they were coming back
they
in the
never
second
even
half.
should have been in that situation, I don't think. Dak's playing weak football, no running back. I've been a big fan of the Falcons the entire season as well. I think the Falcons are going to cover this spread. I think that even being at home is a huge advantage. But Dallas is playing soft football right now. They're not going to get wins that way.
Yeah, I like the over in this game, the 52, but I think the Falcons will come out on top. The 3, I think that's exactly where this should be, just the home team getting the field goal. But yeah, give me the Falcons, give me the over. I like that to be a higher scoring matchup. Obviously, sitting at 52, it's a little bit scary. And definitely a better matchup than our next one with the Vegas Raiders heading to Cincinnati. Bengals a 7-point favorite, over under 46.5. Bengals minus 350. Raiders plus 260. Which way do you go here?
I don't like the spread, but I think the Bengals get it done. Could be a really good teaser opportunity. Get it down to -1. Bengals can't lose this game. I think they know that. Joe Burrow just said something about it too. I don't know the exact
He
quote.
goes, "We need to win 7 of the next 9."
Yeah. They can't be dropping one to the Raiders. I think they can win 6 out of the next 9 and still be all right, but 7 to be safe.
He was saying they got to get the. He was saying they got to get the 7 and 10 or 10 and 7.
10 and 7, yeah. I think 9 and 8 might be able to get them in.
Yeah.
But
I like that. I like that spot that you said. I was gonna just say Bengals -7. I like that even more. Tease it down. Just get the Bengals on the money line. I think they'll win this game. Not too much to say here. Jamar Chase will probably score. Raiders defense is terrible, so Jamar Chase will probably find the end zone again. He's been a beast all year. They're looking for that new contract, but yeah, Bengals. I like it down to minus what? I guess you can probably get a -0.5. I mean, even
you see 6.5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think them tease the Eagles down will be a great 2-team teaser.
Yeah. Let's see. What is the next one? Chargers at Browns. Browns, a 1.5-point home dog. Over under 42.5. Browns plus 105. Chargers -125. I am not big on this Chargers team. Obviously, they got a win last week at home against a Saints team that has now lost 6 straight. I'm going to go with Cleveland here. The little spark of confidence they got from Jameis Winston. He wins the Offensive Player of the Week for the AFC. I think that, vibes are good over in Cleveland for the first time in a while. They're not going up against a totally bad team. Chargers have pretty decent defense. But I like the Browns to kind of figure things out. They're going to string a couple of wins together here. Give me the Browns on top here, plus the 105 and 20.
Yeah, I was going to ask you if you think last week was a spark, and I'm not going to say 100% this team is back, but
against a divisional opponent, 8-point dog, like that's a scary team with him at quarterback because he does not give a fuck.
Yeah. No, I'm bigger on this Browns team now. I think they get the win as well. I think they're
so much more likable with him at quarterback too.
You also know how I feel about the Chargers, so
yeah,
not high in the Chargers. I think the Browns are the better team in this one. So
do you like Jameis? Like Ace always makes fun of me because he's like, "You're obsessed with Jameis." I'm like, dude, he's fucking hilarious.
Listen, he comes in, he gets the job done at least for the time being.
He wins games. Yeah,
he's a better option than what they've had all season.
Dude, when he was leaving to go to Cleveland, I don't know if it was this year or last year. Whenever there was rumors that hit them trading him, I used to always want him to be whoever the Steelers quarterback was. I would just be like, give me Jameis Winston as a backup.
Yeah.
Because if you get one Jameis Winston game a year, you're going to win that. There's a good chance he comes in and just throws for 3 touchdowns. He's like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Especially with a good defense like the Browns have, the Steelers have. He'd be a great fit for those teams where, like, he can throw 2 picks and you're still in the game.
Yeah, he's a great backup. He's definitely one of the better in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're both on the Browns there. Patriots at Titans. Patriots plus 3.5 on the road here, over under 38. Patriots money line plus 150. Titans minus 185. The trend that I have for you here, I'm sure a lot of people have heard this. The week after playing the Lions, teams are winless through however many weeks we are in the NFL. I know the Lions have already had their bye week. The team that played the Lions have not won the following week. The Titans fit that category here this week. I took the Patriots with the Browns into like a lot of free bet. I was like, I want like a juicy money line underdog parlay. I did the Browns and I did take the Patriots. I would advise taking the points in this one. They are not a good team, and you're not going to want to watch this game. So it's nice to have points in a game where you just don't give a fuck. But I'm going to take the Patriots come out on top here. I think they're going to fuck up their draft pick by winning a couple games.
Yeah, I'm not going to have a play in this one, but for the sake of conversation, I'm going to go with the Patriots as well. Titans are terrible, man.
Titans are like actually going to be the number 1 pick. Them and
You think?
yeah,
1-6 right now. Is that the worst in the league? What are the Panthers?
they're both 1-6.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
the Titans are truly like the
Panthers
worst
are
team.
actually 1-7.
Oh, Panthers probably have it then, because Panthers are 1-7. Titans had their bye last week or
Yeah.
2 weeks ago before
Mm.
playing the Lions.
Yeah, but,
Yeah, so we're both on the
terrible
Patriots.
game.
There, we haven't differed on a side yet. Commanders heading to MetLife Stadium to play the Giants. Giants 4-point home underdog, over under 43.5. Giants money line plus 175. Commanders minus 210. Are you taking the Commanders riding high coming off the Hail Mary?
Trap line.
I was just going to
Trap
divisional
line.
matchup. This is a weird line.
I'm not betting on the Giants
Giants.
again. I did it last week.
I was
and,
gonna say you learned in that one. Obviously, I wasn't gonna take it against my boys, but I did think that was a weird line for us. Obviously, Steelers don't normally cover as favorites, let alone a 6.5-point favorite. Would they win by 8, like 26-18?
Yeah, it was 2-point conversion that they didn't get. That lost it for me.
Yeah,
got the 2-point conversion.
I'm gonna lean the Giants here. Don't bet it. It's a gross game. This is just a letdown spot for the Commanders. Obviously, they didn't play great last week. They played. Jaden Daniels played good in the fourth quarter. They didn't have an offensive touchdown until that Hail Mary. Going up, I know that was a game like with a lot kind of on the line, I guess you could say, between Caleb and Jaden Daniels. Yeah, there was a lot of storylines in that game, and obviously it ends with a storyline that makes you even forget who played on the other side. But I didn't like what I saw from the Commanders last week. They're going to be in our power rankings again. They are obviously an electric team. They're probably going to pick up another win here, but I lean on the Giants plus the 4.
Yeah, they didn't really impress me last week either, but I mean, the team that they're playing didn't do much better. Giants.
The Bears didn't do anything until the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
That was just someone had to suck less, and it would end by a tip ball Hail Mary from someone.
Dude, it was like
waving at the Commanders fans.
It was like 12-0 for like the longest time, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, this game's over. Then it just touchdown drive after touchdown drive. I was like, no way. Then you texted and I was like, nope.
I texted you that, and then I watched the play. I was like, I knew you were gonna say something. I was like, fuck. Now I feel like a dickhead.
I said, game's not over.
The best part was, did you see the clip on I think it was on like Barstool's Twitter or whatever. The one Bears fan at the Barstool Chicago headquarters, he was like screaming at PFT, who's a Commanders fan. He's like, ball game. And they're like, he's like, 23 seconds though, it's not over. And he's like saying it like a cocky asshole, and he sits back down. They do the Hail Mary. He literally just walks the fuck out of the studio.
That's bad, dude. That's bad. In a game like that, like a dramatic ending was just what they needed. So
yes.
I mean, I can't say the worst thing in the world, but you hate losing money on it.
Yeah. This next one's an absolute snooze fest. Saints at Panthers, divisional matchup. Thank God they didn't give us this in a Thursday night matchup. This seems like an ugly Thursday night matchup from like 2 years ago when they used to just give us shit football on Thursday nights. But we got it on Sunday at 1 o'clock. Saints at Panthers. Panthers 7.5-point home underdog. 43.5 is the total. Panthers plus 290. Saints minus 375. They've lost 6 straight, and they're minus 375 to end that streak. Will they get it done?
No. I'm going to go Panthers on the money line.
I was going to say Panthers plus 7. Panthers didn't look bad in the first half last week. I'm not betting this again. Some of these games suck this week for the sake of conversation. If you can get the Panthers at plus 14, they're not going to lose this game by 14.
Dude, I think they're gonna win. How are you?
I was gonna say I don't see the need to tease in this game, but like if you wanna, I don't even want to watch it. Tease the Panthers.
Spencer Rattler is playing quarterback, and he's a 7.5-point favorite in the NFL. I know Bryce Young's on the other side of the football, and the Panthers probably the worst team in the league. Divisional matchup, you're away.
Panthers are also very good at fucking up their draft picks, and these are the kind of games you need to lose as a franchise like that, and they're gonna win this game. I could see that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Panthers plus 7.5. Sprinkle the money line.
Our next game, this is actually a pretty decent game. Denver heading to Baltimore. Baltimore minus 9 on the spread, over under 46. Broncos money line plus 350. Ravens minus 450. And the Ravens cover this big spread. They couldn't do it last week in Cleveland. They lost outright.
So Ravens to lose to a 1-6 team and then be a 9.5-point favorite the next week. But I'm gonna go with the Broncos to keep it close plus the 9.5. They look good. Bo Nix impresses me. I like this Broncos team. I like their defense. And if the Ravens don't play they played the first 5 weeks, then they can be in trouble. But they know they need it as well. So.
You know what we should do at the end of the season? Since every week you take the spread against the Ravens, we should make like a highlight clip of like week 1, whoever they played, and it's like your 10-second take. You're like, yeah, give me the Broncos plus 9.
Every single week.
Week 2, it's like, yeah, give me the Panthers plus 6. Dude, we got to do that. I got to remember that.
You gotta find it.
I don't like this game. I like the Broncos as a team. I'd love to see the Ravens drop another one. Give me the under 46.5. I think it's going to be, if the Ravens run away with this, I think it's because their defense steps up and kind of stymies Bo Nix and he'll struggle. If the Broncos hang in this, it's also going to be a lower scoring game. I just see it be lower scoring either way. Give me the under 46.5. I like that. Bo Nix will run one in. Maybe a little fun bet would be both quarterbacks to run one in. Obviously, Derrick Henry gets in every week, so you always have that. It's kind of like taking Saquon and Jalen Hurts on an anytime touchdown now. It's kind of really fucking annoying. Every time they get down there, you don't know who it's going to get. But I usually like the value on Lamar because obviously Henry nowadays is like minus fucking 220 to score.
Yeah, ridiculous.
It's so annoying. But yeah, that's a pretty good matchup. Sunday, 1 o'clock, our last 1 o'clock game, another divisional matchup. Miami heading to Buffalo. Bills are a 6-point home favorite, over under 49. Bills money line is minus 275. Dolphins are plus 225. I like Buffalo here to cover this number. I think at home, I just think Dolphins obviously lose a game last week. You could make the argument like, oh, Tua just got back. He's going to get comfortable. Divisional matchup. I just think this is one of those Sunday 1 o'clock games where the Bills just fucking roll.
I was going to say, I think this is either a 25-point Bills win or they could lose this game. And they very well could lose this game. It's a divisional matchup. These are the type of games when the Bills slip up. They look unstoppable 2 or 3 weeks in a row, and then they just drop a dud. But I mean, this team is really good. They're playing incredible.
I would take either Dolphins money line to win this game if you're that confident, or Bills minus 6. I don't think there's any value in Bills money line or Dolphins plus 6.
Yeah, agreed.
Our next one, this is an interesting matchup here. I know you already alluded to a play in this one. Jags heading to Philly to take on the Eagles. Eagles minus 7.5, over under 45.5. Eagles money line minus 350. Jags plus 280. If you want to reiterate that teaser that you said earlier, that's kind of a play. I like the Eagles teased in this one. So
yeah, I think the Eagles get the job done. Eagles and Bengals, yeah, tease the Bengals down to 1 or a half point. You can tease the Eagles down to 1.5. But I'm not big on this Jags team. I haven't been all year. I think the Eagles are playing really good football as of late. 2 blowout performances where the offense has really gotten going. I don't think the Jags keep up. I'm not high on them. I think Trevor Lawrence is not having a good year, and they're still figuring out their running back room. I'm gonna go with the Eagles here.
Who's your NFC East champion?
Shit, let me look at schedules.
I'll tell you the odds right now. Eagles minus 120, Commanders plus 135, Cowboys plus 900, Giants plus 25,000.
Well, it's a 2-man race for sure.
Yeah.
Win.
I think the Eagles win it. Commanders are such a start fast. They're gonna slip. Like, dude, they slip up this week. Obviously, I'm biased. Steelers next week. Like, that could be back-to-back losses if the Steelers stay on their shit out of the bye week. Next thing you know, they're 6-4. I don't think they'll lose both those games, though. I would not. I'd like to see the Commanders win this week.
They both have, like, 3 definite wins.
So that would get them at least both to nine wins. Or Eagles are 5-2.
And they play each other twice.
Those games against each other are going to be huge. If either team goes 2-0, that's who wins the division.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to go with the Commanders for the juice. I think they have the game lead. Then I don't really think the Eagles are much of a better team. So
yeah, I know, I get that for sure.
And I think
they're just a more experienced team. I could see the Commanders drop. Like I said, if they lose to the Giants and the Steelers next week, they're 6-4.
Yeah, but that's a big if.
Yeah.
A big if. They could also win both of them and be 8-2.
I was gonna say be 8-2. Their defense just, I don't know. They look good. Obviously, last week the Bears didn't really do anything to test them.
Last like 2-3 weeks they've been a lot better than they were before. The beginning of the season they were getting shelled, but think
Yeah.
the confidence kind of brought them together.
Speaking of the Bears at Cardinals. Bears +1 on the road, over under 44.5. Bears money line -105. Cardinals -115. Speaking of the Bears, I do like them in this spot. I think I'm not big on this Cardinals team. They just went to Miami and got a win last week. Like I said, you could say Tua was still getting, reacclimated to things. I'm going to go with the Bears to come in and get a win. If they want to stay in the race in that NFC or North, obviously they're not really in it to win the division, at least in my opinion. I think it's Detroit. But obviously, if they want to hang around as a wild card team, getting a 5-3 is massive this week. Send the Cardinals to 4-4. Cardinals leading the NFC West, which is also kind of a crazy side note. But give me the Bears here to win this game.
Oh, 3 teams are 4-4. Yeah, you know how I feel about the Cardinals team. I'm not high on them. I don't think they're very good. I think they got 2 weak wins, one against the Chargers. Had every chance to beat them, and then last week against the first game back to So they're sitting 4-4. They look all right, but I think this team 6-7 wins at best. This isn't a game that they're going to be able to win. I think the Bears should be 5-2. Obviously, the Hail Mary killed them, but I like this Bears team. I like their defense. I like how Caleb Williams has been playing, and he has all the weapons. So we're the Bears.
And then staying in the NFC North, we have Detroit at Green Bay. Green Bay +3.5 at home, over under 48. Packers money line +145. Lions -175. Lions are 6-1. Their only loss is that Bucs game.
Yeah, the Lions are sick.
Yeah,
I mean they score so many points.
I'm probably gonna go with the Lions again here.
Last 4 weeks, 42, 47, 31, 52.
Give me the Lions in the over.
There's no way anyone's keeping up with that offense. I'm gonna go with the Lions as well.
Yeah, I like that. And obviously the Packers can score points. I lead on the over as well. Give me the Packers -3.5.
We're agreeing a lot tonight.
What'd you say?
We're agreeing a lot tonight.
I know. Some of these games, obviously, like we said, that we keep agreeing though on the games that I'm like, you can't actually pay me to bet on this. It either I was gonna say that either means one of us we're either gonna both have a really good week or fucking both shit the bed.
I mean that we're public.
I've been bad in the NFL, so I don't think you want me agreeing on anything right now. But
it's gonna fade.
NFC West divisional matchup: LA Rams at Seattle. The 3-4 Rams heading to the 4-4 Seahawks. Seahawks a 1.5 point home underdog. I had to make sure I was seeing that right. That's an interesting line here as well. Over under 48.5. Seahawks +105. Rams -125. Do they think the Rams are? I mean, I guess the Rams are back. They have their identity in Cooper Kupp and Nakua. Kyron Williams is firing on all cylinders.
Kupp being back, and they got a big win last.
Give me the Rams. Now that I think about that, give me the Rams.
Yeah, I think it'll be a high flying game. I think over 48.5 is a good play. I know it's high, but with that Rams offense back in full swing and that defense hasn't gotten any better, I think it's gonna be really high. It's gonna be more of a shootout. But I'm going to go with the Seahawks here. I think these teams are very similar in a lot of ways, and I think they're both going to win their home games. Probably going to finish in the standings right next to each other as well. I think a big game out of Kenneth Walker, but you're also going to see Nakua and Kupp do their thing as well. Kyron Williams is auto to get in the end zone. You could probably take him 2+. You're going to cash. But I'm going to go with the Seahawks in a high-scoring game. Not my favorite play, but I do love that over.
Yeah, that is a good pick. What is it? What did I say? 48.5? Yeah, I do like that. And then Sunday Night Football, Anthony Richardson sat down. Did you see him tap out of that game? I don't think we really talked about that.
No, because I thought he was injured for a second. He came out for one play.
That's what he should have said. Like he should have just been like,
no media training.
Like,
no media training.
Yeah, did nothing. You can tell, like nothing.
But
I was tired. Now you're on the bench, so you're
not gonna lie. I was tired. I was like, what? No way.
Literally, did you see Michael Parsons on his podcast? He's like, bro.
You lie.
Lie. He's like, someone needs to get this guy in the media training. You do not say that. You lie. That is not my job. Like, obviously, like you said, no PR training, no nothing.
Like, you were a top pick. How do you have no PR training?
And the craziest part is the Colts are a better team without him. Like, truly, I think they are.
I've been saying that for a while.
They run like an actual team without him. Obviously, with him under center, it's just the play calling so different. Flacco kind of gives you a chance to win this game against a struggling Vikings team, 0-2 in their last 2 if they're starting 5-0. They lost one obviously to remind me. Rams last week. Who was the game before?
Lions.
two, obviously, lines are legit. Rams, that was a sketchy line, sketchy spot on the road in the prime time.
Vikings were up 21 points in that Lions game as well.
Yeah, true. I'm going to go with the Vikings to win this game, but Flacco could keep it close. I don't like the spread either way. I like the Vikings to win this game.
Colts are 7-1 against the spread, but they're only 4-4. They are the teams that last week I took them 5.5. They lost by 3.
Remember that? Do you remember the year where the Steelers were like? You may not remember that. The Steelers were like 9-8, and 6 of their 8 losses were within 1 possession. That's going to be like the Colts stat at the end of this year. They're going to finish like 9-8, and they're all like. I think you just said
that was like when the Vikings were like 13-3, and
everything was the other way. They were
11-0 in one game in one.
Yeah, like that. But the good teams win those 1 possession games. But and I mean Colts 4-4, like you said, they're 4-4, 7-1 against the spread. I'm going to avoid the spread on this one. I like the Vikings money line to close this out.
I'm going to go with the Colts plus the 5.5, maybe get it up to 6. But I do think the Vikings get back on track and get the job done.
Yeah, they need this game. You can't after starting that fast in that division, you're not going to catch Detroit. You drop 3 straight.
No, now they're just looking for playoffs.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think.
And if they keep imagine, that's what I'm saying. That's such a big game for the Bears in Arizona. Vikings could lose this game. Packers play Detroit. Like 2 of your teams in your division are in sketchy spots.
Huge week. You need this one.
Yeah.
In the prime time.
Monday Night Football. This is a pretty good matchup. Tampa Bay at a Super Bowl rematch from a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay at the Chiefs. Chiefs are 7-0. Bucks now 4-4. Kind of on a little skid after that injury. What was that? Thursday night football or Monday Night Football?
Godwin and Evans.
Yeah, what game is that? Was that last week, Monday night?
No,
against the Ravens, Monday Night Football.
It wasn't last week. No.
Yeah, it was the same night the Chargers played the Cardinals. But like I said, Chiefs home, 9-point favorite, over under 45.5. Chiefs minus 450, Bucks plus 350. Which way do you go here?
I like the Chiefs. I think the Bucks are really struggling without their weapons. I think Cade Otton has a big game. He's been targeted heavy ever since Godwin and Evans went down. But maybe even a big game in a Bucky Irving. He's definitely came on the scene the last 3 weeks. I do like the over. I think Bucks can find ways to get their points, but the Chiefs team is too good. I think they're going to score at will. Should be out of the water in the first half. But, I mean, the Bucks can surprise me as well. I don't know. What do you think here?
Yeah, I tried to tell Ace last week Mahomes does not like to cover big spreads. Called me crazy for saying the Raiders plus 9. I said I liked it all the way to 8.5. They lost by 7. He loves Mahomes for good reason. He wins games. Does not cover spreads of 6.5 or more. This is an interesting spread. In a rare case, I don't do this a lot. I don't like the Bucks plus 9. My pick on this one would be the Chiefs in the first half. I think they'll be up by 7. First half spreads 4.5. I think they'll be up by a touchdown at halftime. I think it could be ugly and win by 7 again. Like this is another 9. It seems like every 9-point spread, the team wins by 7. Like it's never 3. It's never 10. It's always 7. They either kill them and win by 14 or more, or they win by 7. Like I think that's an instance this could happen again. Obviously, Chiefs are 7-0. I don't think anyone's picking them to lose this game. I'm going to take the Chiefs first half minus 4.5.
I like the play.
Yeah, that's a solid NFL slate. A little bit quicker, obviously, like you said, with just 2 of us, and then obviously 2 teams on bye weeks. It feels like it was a lot more, but I guess we did just go through every game. That was a lot, but make sure you're staying tuned for our NFL live stream on Sunday, 10 a.m. We're going to go through our top 5 games in the NFL for Week 9, top 4 games, I should say, plus Sunday Night Football. We will jump over to the NHL. Where Connor McDavid is expected to miss 2 to 3 weeks with an ankle injury. I have not been following the NHL as much as I should. That's probably because my Penguins suck. Let's see. Where are the Oilers sitting? How have they started out? I haven't seen them in our power rankings yet.
No, they had a pretty rough start. Kind of like last year.
They're 5-1, 9 points through 10 games.
Yeah, 4 or 5.
They love to do this though. Are they the Cincinnati Bengals of the NHL?
Yeah. I think they're a little better than the Bengals, but last year really slow start. They're looking like clear house or
finals.
something.
They both sucked to start the season. It's actually a pretty good comparison.
Yeah, what do you think?
I don't know. Like,
you think they're
2 to 3 weeks isn't massive, but like, let me see their
8
schedule.
games, 10 games.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, let me see their schedule. I was just gonna say it's probably 10 games. All right,
Doesn't matter. They're gonna find a way to to figure it out
playing.
in the
Yeah,
playoffs anyway.
yeah. I was gonna say this is a team that just needs to get to the playoffs healthy, and I think they'll at least win a first round matchup or maybe even two and get to that Western Conference Finals. That's a
Tough,
legitimate team.
tough schedule in the next 2 to 3 weeks.
I was just looking at that.
Tough
Canucks,
schedule.
Flames, Devils, Vegas, Canucks. Even that Islanders game, obviously
Not
good
easy.
upsetting at home. Preds
Leafs,
again, Maple
Sens.
Leafs. Yeah. Even the end of the month, Wild, Rangers, Utah, Colorado.
That would be 3 weeks right there. So you never know.
That's a tough month of November. They're gonna have a hole to climb out of.
Probably.
Do you think Utah slid off since the start? Do you think they're actually legit? We were kind of hyping them up a couple weeks ago.
I think they'll sit around the second wild card or first team out. But I mean, they're not a bad team. They're sliding a little right now, but they've shown that they can put the puck in the net.
And is Minnesota actually this good?
I think they're playing really good hockey. They could be a sleeper, but they're always overlooked by the Stars. I feel like because they're always beating them in the playoffs. But
Penguins have one more point than the San Jose Sharks. We're second to last in the league.
is it that bad?
Yeah, dude. 3-7-1, 7 points through 11 games.
3-7-1. Damn.
They play Anaheim tomorrow. You got to win that one.
Old heads are not getting it done.
The crazy, like they're scoring. It's just our goalie sucks.
Yeah, 5-3, 4-3.
That's what I want to tell you. Did you see what they did with Jari?
No.
Sent him to the AHL.
That's actually funny, dude. Like,
that's what I said. I laughed. I was golfing with my buddy, Sam. He goes, dude, guess what? I go, what? He goes, Tristan Jari designated to the AHL. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
I mean, he's brutal.
Yeah.
But you just paid him so much money.
That's why this Blomqvist, or however the fuck you say his name is, keeps playing. Nedeljkovic is hurt.
Did you watch the game last night?
I watched like bits and pieces of it, dude. They're so like
they're putting the puck in there. It was 2-2 at the end of one.
I saw them up 2-0, and then obviously I literally went upstairs, come back downstairs. I'm like, it's 3-2. I think I was gone for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Like they scored 3 goals.
They scored 2 at the end of the first, and then like 1 2 minutes into the second.
Yeah, damn. Yeah, I don't know. They need a goalie. They're scoring goals. Like they're an overs team. Like that's what I've been betting on them. Is like when they lose games, they're losing like 5-3, or when they win games, it's 6-4. Like because our goalie sucks, so we have to score that many. But like let me look at some of our recent scores here. Obviously, last night was 5-3.
At least 3 in all of them, except for the
Oilers. We got
shut out.
Yeah. And that home game against the Hurricanes. That's when I was at. That's a tough one.
You lost like 6-3, 4-3, 5-3, 4-3. Like
in the games they're winning though, they're score. I mean, they've only won 3. I guess you could say.
Brutal.
In each win, they've had 7. Oh no, I didn't see that win against the Blue Jackets. Oh wait, that was preseason. 6 in Detroit, 6 in Montreal, and 6 at home against the Sabres. Every win, they have to score 6 goals.
Got to score 6 to win.
That's crazy, dude.
What about those Bruins? 4-5-1. They're not far in front of you guys.
Yeah, you don't hear a lot of him talking about the Bruins right now.
Yeah, they'll go on a 3-game win streak and he'll start barking again.
4-5-1 through 10 games.
But he's high in my Rangers, so I'll give him respect for that.
Who's one of these? Like, all right, I said this about the Capitals. Are like the Caps actually legit 6-2-0 with
Dude, they poked the Rangers yesterday. The ice tilt was crazy. I've never seen anything like it against the Rangers. Couldn't touch the puck. Shots were like 44-15.
Damn, I didn't watch it. I didn't watch that game. I was watching baseball last night.
Yeah, the ice tilt was crazy. They looked pretty good. Ovechkin had 2 goals, even though one of them was bullshit. I think even Shesterkin's scared of, just intimidated by his shot.
Yeah.
But no, they look good. The young guys, Michael, they stepped up. They're stepping up.
Let's see. And we'll move over to our power rankings, kind of getting into this a little bit. Power rankings of the NHL for this week. Vegas makes their appearance at number 5. Florida back in there at number 4. Dallas 3. Rangers 2. And the Winnipeg Jets, our new number 1 team on our power rankings. Jets are fucking good. I have watched a few of their games. Obviously, my Penguins got whooped by them. yeah, what do you think of this top 5? I like to see Vegas sliding back in there. They've been playing some good hockey. I know you don't like them to win the night in LA. Obviously, that's a tough. I think it has to be a divisional matchup in the Pacific, but
Yeah.
that's a tough matchup. Those are teams that know each other. But what do you think about Vegas? Do you think that's a legit team?
Yeah, I think they're on a pretty good run right now. I think they won 4 straight. Going on the road in LA tonight. I like LA. LA's a good team, even though I think they've dropped 2 in a row.
Those New Jerseys they have are fucking sick.
Filthy, yeah, filthy. But it's a little early in the season to overreact on these rankings. I'm sure you're gonna see Devils in there a few times. You're probably gonna see the Bruins end up there. But Panthers playing good hockey. Jets finally got their first loss. They're playing really good hockey. Yeah. Not much else.
Yeah, it's a solid list. We'll jump into the NBA for same thing, our power rankings in the NBA. Let's see here. Let me get this pulled up. Number 5, the Phoenix Suns. This is a crazy top 5 compared to like where we left off last year. All the old teams are in here, complete opposite of the NHL. Number 5, Phoenix Suns. Number 4, Lakers. Number 3, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Number 2, the Oklahoma City Thunder. And number 1, the Boston Celtics. I saw something today. Someone took a picture of the standings in the NBA, and they said, I woke up in 2009
with Orlando in the top
Celtics, Cavs, Magic, and then out west, the Thunder were the 1 seed that year.
That's funny. I did see
and
that
it
as
is
well.
pretty crazy. Like, that's what made me think of this going through this top 5. I was like, the Lakers and Suns wouldn't fit that category, but when I got to the Celtics and the Cavs, that made me think of that.
Yeah.
I think the Lakers they look good under JJ Redick. A lot of people were worried about that.
They move the ball a lot better. They look like a real team. It's not just listen to LeBron.
You hear I like when they do like the inside the huddle and like you hear them bitching at the players. Someone did a comparison between last year Darvin Ham in a huddle and then JJ Redick this year. Darvin Ham was like, "Come on, guys, like let's go get him. Like, what are we gonna do here? Are you gonna let him guard you?" And then JJ Redick's like, LeBron, get your fucking ass down. Like, he's ripping into LeBron. Like, that's what you need. He's not there to be your friend, LeBron. Like, yeah, you guys did a podcast together. He's your fucking coach. And I give LeBron credit because it has to be hard to take coaching advice from a player that you played against
and cooked.
And you're 1,000 times better than he ever was.
Yeah, but when it comes down to it, I think they probably had that conversation where it's like, listen, like, I'm not
telling you I was ever better than you. I'm just telling you what I think you should do.
Yeah. It was also, I think it was also like a I'm gonna dig into you. You just gotta let me do it.
Like, you're the head coach. Like, you gotta listen to him.
Yeah, exactly. But like other head coaches, I don't think he had the same respect for.
No, not the last 2 years with Vogel, with Darvin Ham. You could tell he was the fucking head coach.
Yeah.
Even what was the guy a couple years ago? I forget. Vogel. Was Vogel the coach when they won?
Yeah. Yeah.
There was a guy after Vogel before.
It was him.
No, what was was it him? He was only there last year. I'm gonna look up Lakers.
I think Vogel was there for 3 years.
Head coaching past. Let's see what comes up. Luke Walton. They hired Luke Walton for like a half a year.
I was gonna say, how long was he there?
2 years, 17 to 19. Byron Scott. Oh, that was before Frank Vogel. Luke Walton was before Frank Vogel too. 2017 to 2019, then Frank Vogel. Let's see. Why isn't this in order? Makes me like fucking guess. Okay, then Darvin Ham. Yeah, they fired Frank Vogel, hired Darvin Ham for last year, and now JJ Redick.
Yeah, JJ's the best option. I like this Lakers team.
Darvin Ham gets fired after a 1 year season. No, that has to be. He had to be there for 2 years.
I don't think so.
It says his career record is 90 and 74.
As a coach or as the Lakers coach?
As a Lakers coach. I assume this is Lakers because then it says
that's 100. Yeah, it's 164 games, which would be 82 times 2.
Yeah. So it's not counting play. I thought maybe it was counting playoffs. I'm like, there's no way he coached.
Yeah, no.
They got swept. The defending champ. That's the craziest part. But he was not a good coach. And if you see that comparison, it'll show you why. But like Lakers, I think they're legit. Obviously, you have the best player in the world. I'm still gonna say that till he retires. But Lakers, Anthony Davis looks like he's on one this year. Yeah, I think the Lakers are gonna be a scary team out there in the West, especially to those younger teams like the Timberwolves, the Thunder, like all these young and up and coming teams, those teams do not want to see the Lakers in the playoffs.
No, especially now with the way they're playing.
Yeah. There's
Knicks
a good game
coming up.
tonight. Lakers at Cavs, two of those top teams that we just talked about.
Yeah, LeBron back to Cleveland.
Cavs 4.5-point home favorite against LeBron in the homecoming, but I'll probably have to tune into that. I wish that was in. They said after the home stretch, or after the road trip, he's going to
yeah. But they said
what's
he's
it called?
Go down to G League. They said he's gonna get minutes tonight though.
Just he's not. Was he even born in Ohio?
Yeah, definitely.
I thought
he was probably born. Like,
oh yeah, I'm thinking he's 18 years old. Like I'm thinking he's like 10. Like he was born in Miami, but like he was
probably born in like
he'd be like 14 if he was born in Miami, like when he was in Miami.
Yeah. He's probably born in 07.
He was probably born the year that LeBron went to the finals and lost to the Spurs. Yeah, that's gonna do it for the NBA. Yeah, it's kind of just getting started. Like we said, some of these teams, obviously, Celtics 4-0, Cavs 4-0. Banchero with a 50 spot on the Bulls the other night. That was a good game. I like the Magic, so that was a fun thing to watch. Thunder picking up right where they left off out west. They're 3-0. Timberwolves struggling a little bit. Obviously, only 4 games, 2-2. What else? Denver 2-2 as well. Struggling out the gate. My Spurs 1-2, but no one really expects much from them this year. But yeah, that's going to do it for the NBA. We're getting some plays out there as well in the NBA regular season. Obviously, last year we didn't take too much in the NBA. Going to try to dive in a little bit more this year. So make sure to stay in tune to our social media, getting all of our NBA, NHL, NFL plays out there on our social media. So make sure you turn on this post notification so you don't miss any of those. We will jump into the world of college football. I've been historically bad betting college football this season. It has been very hard. We'll get into the top 25. I'll go through the top 10. Oregon 1, Georgia 2, Penn State 3, Ohio State 4, Miami slides to 5, Texas down to 6, Tennessee 7, Notre Dame comes up all the way to 8, BYU 9, and Texas A&M at 10. The crazy part, which obviously I think is the best part about this college football season, is this 12-team playoff, is it shows like that loss that A&M had, or that A&M had week 1 to Notre Dame, and that LSU had week 1 to USC. It is a long season. Just put your head down, win 7 games, you can get back to the top 10.
Yeah, especially now with the 12-team playoff. I mean, you could drop a game and just screw it on. And look at Clemson. They lost 30-3 week 1 against Georgia.
Everyone thought Clemson was dead. Now
they have not let off the gas.
Everyone thinks Clemson's sick now. Yeah.
Klubnik's a dog. I really like that offense. Can't really stop them right now. And they
have another winnable game this week against Louisville. They're going to be 7-1.
Dude, they're definitely a playoff team. I could see them being a top 5 seed. They might be a top 4 if they can keep playing the way they do. They got to get to the ACC championship. But yeah, I like Boise to get in as well. I don't think they play any other harder teams, and I think that if they win out, they're just going to make it in because they're sitting at 15 right now. They're going to want to. The committee's going to want to see Ashton Genty in the college football playoff for sure.
Yeah.
But, Bama looking like they're on the outside looking in. You got Iowa State right there already in.
Bama on a bye week this week.
I don't know who's your if you had to say besides Texas, who's going to be your national champion?
Ohio State.
I think Ohio State rolls this week.
I'd probably say Ohio State. I've been thinking about, and now that Texas is sliding a little bit, I kind of want to get a second team, and then like kind of dream scenario, just hope they play each other in the national title game. It'd be fucking sweet, but I think Ohio State's going to be my second team if I do it.
Oregon's pretty filthy.
Oregon's like the 49ers, though, dude. They go far every time, and they never win it. You know what I mean?
Different world.
Yeah. I just think if Oregon gets matched up against Ohio State again in the national title game, I don't think they beat Ohio State twice.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like that in that kind of scenario.
By the skin of their teeth.
Yeah. If it's a neutral site in, I don't even know where the national title game is this year, fucking New Orleans, like Ohio State will handle business on the road.
I think so as well.
In a mutual setting, I should say. But
Georgia's
Um,
pretty good too. Georgia should probably be undefeated. They had a pretty
Everyone's
shitty first
overlooking
half.
Georgia. That game against Bama was crazy, and
They
that
had a
loss
shitty
isn't looking
first
good.
half.
But
They
that's a
came back.
rivalry game. Like, no one's really counting that as a bad loss in Alabama.
Yeah, and then
Some great games this week. We're gonna have a shakeup in at least the top 5 with Ohio State heading to Penn State. OSU is a 3-point road favorite. I absolutely love Ohio State in this game. I don't know what the public money's doing. I don't think Penn State's going to do much. They never do much against Ohio State. I like Ohio State to cover the number here in Happy Valley. I think it's going to be a tough matchup. And I don't know why, but Penn State wastes their whiteouts on like the stupidest opponents. Like, why wouldn't you do it against Ohio State at home? Why wouldn't this be a fucking 8:30 p.m. game?
the 8:30 p.m. That's not their fault, but that is insane that this is a 12 o'clock kickoff.
I agree. Like,
Absolutely insane.
This needs to be 7:30, 8
This
o'clock.
needs to be a primetime 7:30 game. I think they lost so much money putting this at 12 o'clock. Ohio State plays at 12 o'clock every week, I feel like, except for obviously
even Florida,
Oregon.
Georgia is 3:30. Like, give Penn State 3:30. I hate that this game's at noon.
Terrible, 12 o'clock. I love Ohio State as well, though. I think they roll. I think they're way better. I hate Drew Aller. Been saying it for 2 years. Penn State blows these games notoriously.
The only other ranked versus ranked game, Pitt at SMU. This is a big game for Pitt. Pitt first time they're 7-0. Can they go to Southern Methodist, the number 20th team in the nation, and get a win here? SMU's been another pretty good team, 7-1 versus 7-0.
Yeah, I mean, they have to go to SMU.
Pitt's a 7.5 point home underdog or road dog.
Wow.
I didn't know it was that big.
Wow, I didn't see that. I'm looking at SMU. I don't know that much about them.
They're both what? SMU joined the ACC, right?
Yeah.
So they are coming off a 1-point win at Duke. They crushed Stanford. They crushed Louisville. They crushed Florida State. They didn't really crush Louisville. They beat them by a touchdown. Crushed GPU.
I like Pitt plus 7.5. Probably not going to touch it, though. I love Clemson minus 10.5. I would take their spread every single week if I could. Well, I can, and I do.
If I could.
I like Baylor minus the 3 at home, and I like Wisconsin plus the 3, probably on the money line against Iowa.
Am I crazy to like South Carolina to beat A&M?
Yes.
In Columbia?
Yes, you are crazy.
I kind of like that spot.
What's the spread? 2.5?
Yeah, 2.5.
Yeah, maybe you're not. I don't know. This is definitely a trap game. You're going to see a shit ton of money in. You're going to see a shit ton of money in Texas A&M. They've been playing good, though. It's a huge win over LSU last week.
I really wish Oregon would have joined. Oregon just doesn't seem like a Big Ten team. Oregon at Michigan. No one's talking. No one cares about Michigan, but like that doesn't seem like a Big Ten matchup. Like everything about Oregon does not go with the Big Ten. The Big Ten is like our uniforms are classic and we don't do any of the new
Oregon's like,
flashy
look at
stuff.
me.
Oregon's like, hey, look at us. We're sponsored by Nike. Our CEO or the CEO of Nike went here. Like they just don't fit the. They're such a Big 12 team, but like they'd roll the Big 12. It wouldn't even be close.
It wouldn't even be fun. But I mean, where else do you see them? They're not an SEC team.
The funniest is like the funniest is seeing like Stanford at Syracuse is an ACC matchup.
Yeah,
like 2 weeks ago when Stanford's on the road at Syracuse.
Atlantic Coast Conference against Stanford
and UCLA.
Yeah, it's such a joke.
It makes no sense.
So if we're not talking geographically, maybe Oregon should be in the Big 12, but the Big 10 is way better. So
yeah, they just fit like the vibe of the Big 12 way more
way
than the
better than Big 10. Way better.
Like when I think of the Big 10, I think of Iowa, Penn State. Like I know Ohio State, Michigan, but like those are the good teams. Like I think of like the Indianas of the past 5 years, not this year.
I was going to say Indiana. Rutgers.
Like think about when Oregon gets to play at home against Minnesota, and that's a Big 10 matchup. Minnesota has to fly all the way to fucking Oregon. I guess it's not that far from where Minnesota is.
Not the worst. Imagine like Rutgers.
Yeah, exactly. Or like, Rutgers is probably like the funniest
Rutgers
matchup
is probably
you
the
can imagine.
furthest.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, for sure.
Well, like UCLA, like Virginia Tech is crazy too.
Yeah, UNC, Georgia Tech. Florida
Yeah.
State.
Miami.
Yeah, I was gonna say Miami, like all those schools down there. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a good week of college football. I'm excited for some of these matchups. Obviously, we'll get our plays out there. Like I said, tail these plays at your own caution. We've been terrible in college
I was
football,
0-3
especially
last
me.
week.
Yeah, we haven't been good. So make sure you're tailing these plays at your own risk, or just fade us and let us know if you go reverse sweep. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it. Thanks for listening. Week 9 in the NFL coming this Sunday. Make sure you're staying tuned for the live stream on Sunday. Like I said, top 5 NFL games on the slate. Yeah, other than that, make sure you're staying tuned to the social medias, getting all of our plays out there. World Series Game 5 is tonight. By the time you're listening to that will be over. If the World Series is going back to LA for Game 6 on Friday, we'll most likely get some plays out for that if possible. NHL, NBA, college basketball coming up, college football, NFL. We're firing on all cylinders over here in the sports gambling world. We appreciate you listening. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, wherever you're listening from. We appreciate it. And we'll see you guys next week. Thanks for listening.